a very good afternoon. We shall start sharply next 1 minute. Thank you everyone for joining. Just few more audience joining in. Hello all, a very good afternoon. Shrishti, I would request you to please stop sharing the screen. So hello all, a very good afternoon. Myself, Ekta Dubey, on behalf of the Brandanalytics team and our partner OzoneTel, we welcome you all on our webinar, which talks about how top D2C brands leverage Omnichannel CCaaS to recover lost sales and build loyalty. So thank you all for joining today's session, and we look forward to make it interesting and engaging with you all. There would be a Q&A after the panel where the attendees can put the questions on the chat box from where they can take it up. And before I go to the interesting panel, let me introduce our partner, OzoneTel. OzoneTel is an industry leader with the customer experience space, offering businesses a robust omni-channel platform to manage end-to-end communication flow. The platform helps enterprises to engage with customers at every touch points across voice, chat, SMS, WhatsApp, and other digital channels. OzoneTel also offers customers a global infrastructure that is fully compliant with telecom regulations across the United States, South, Middle East, Asia, and India. And today we are going to hear some interesting insights to understand the D2C brand challenges regarding lost sales and the importance of providing a seamless, convenient customer experience from product discovery to order completion. And now, I would like to invite our moderator, Prantik Goswami, Manager Account-Based Marketing with OzoneTel Communication, to take it from here. So thank you, Prantik, for joining here. And thank you all the speakers. Yeah, over to you, Prantik.
Thanks, Ekta. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. And thanks for joining us here today on a Friday afternoon. And thank you all the panelists for joining us today. And a big warm welcome to all the attendees here. I'm Prantik from the OzoneTel marketing team. And today we are going to discuss how D2C brands can recover abandoned carts and revive sales with the help of Omnichannel CCaaS. But before we start the discussion, we want to hear from our panelists a quick intro about what they do, how long have they been in the industry. And Ram, why don't you start as the host from?
Thanks, Prantik. Am I audible?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Great. Hi, everyone. Good evening to all the panelists and the attendees. Myself, Ram Pradeep Kumar, and I currently am with OzoneTel as a senior product consultant, and I do product solutions. I've been with OzoneTel since 2013. When OzoneTel was among the few players in the cloud telephony space in India. Since then, we have grown, evolved, and stand today as one of the industry leaders in Indian CCaaS landscape. Our contact center software supports more than 1 lakh agent logins every day with more than 2 billion calls powered by OzoneTel annually. Speaking of my role at OzoneTel, I actively look into building and assessing system architecture while recommending solutions to improve the usability and user experience. I closely work with sales and pre-sales team and often do customized client demos for unique business requirements. Today, I'm happy to be part of this one-of-a-kind webinar and eagerly look forward to the discussion. Thanks.
Thanks, Ram. Glad to have you here with us. And thanks for supporting us as always. Manish, a quick intro. You are in mute.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Manish Shekwar, and I'm the head of product at Uziva. It's almost 10 years in the industry, you can say, and I'm heading a product in Uziva right now, currently, you can say, and interacting with all the teams. You can, the customer care team, graphic designing, website tech. So you can say most of the kind of customer interactions is happening with me. And before Uziva, I was with Mamaearth almost for 3 years. There we are building on different brands. So they are basically Ozontel. We first interacted in Uziva. I mean in Mamaearth. So that's all about me. And
Thanks, Man.
thanks for having me.
Thanks, Manish, and surely looking forward to insights from your base journey experience from Mamaearth as well as Oziva.
Mhm.
Hi, Shankar. Glad to have you here. A quick intro.
Good afternoon.
Just a quick intro about you and your how long have you been in the industry to the audience?
Of course, my name is Shankar. Been in this industry for more than 15 years. Walk across various categories in FMCG domain. I mean, you can say all across, like from the beauty to personal care, to home care, to processed food, to beverages. And lastly, I'm just in between the transition period. My last company was the main company where I was heading the revenue and the product strategy for a pan-India level.
Thanks, Shankar. Glad to have you here. So I think the stage is set. We know that the D2C space in India currently boasts of more than 50,000 plus brands across FMCG, fashion, beauty, personal care, be it healthcare, consumer electronics. And it is said that the market size would increase by more than $3,000 billion by $300 billion by 2030. But what we have seen right now is there's a shift in consumer mindset. Uh, Consumers now want to buy directly from the brand, and that's the precedent for D2C. So my opening question to all the panelists is, amidst growing competition, how difficult is it becoming to manage the ever-evolving consumer expectations? Because consumer want premium services, they want more personalized, and they want quicker delivery. And how has the consumer expectations changed over time, and what do you think is, how difficult is it to manage right now? So anyone, Shankar, do you want to start?
Yeah, see, of course, see the one very typical things with the consumer is that once you start giving any unique service to the consumer, after a certain period of time, they will become used to and they will start demanding more.
Absolutely.
That's a very typical behavior, consumer behavior, what we have seen. So similarly in the this D2C space also, and I'll say the online space also. If you remember some point, some year back, consumers were very skeptical whether I'll get my stuff what I'm ordering or not. And then that hesitation has gone away. I mean, due to all people have walked in that directions, and now they are having a expectation whether I'm getting a same day delivery or whether I'm having a no question ask return policy or not, and whether I can order 2 and 3, 4, 5 stuff, try at my home, keep one and return to the consumer. So of course, that's a challenging part. And if I see the evolution of the completely internet economy, that they will cope up with that challenge. But again, I mean, completely matching the expectation of the consumer is very difficult task. But I see in the right direction, in the positive direction, seeing the journey of in last 8 to 10 years. Yeah.
Thank you, Shankar. Manish, what are your views on the same? You are mute.
Yeah, sorry. I'm totally aligned with Shankar because this kind of struggle I can align. I mean, I don't have that like 15 kind of year experience where people are trying from offline to the online thing. Because when I started, like people are already transitioning after the growth of internet, you can say. So yeah, with currently the same day delivery number of people are expecting. So I mean, there are a number of queries or complaining regarding the cashback thing. So such queries and the most important thing regarding the customer experience, people don't want to, like, if they are trying to communicate via WhatsApp, via email, and they really don't they want, like, they don't want to introduce each and every time or explain their problem each and every time. So this difficulty we're trying to sort out by a centralized data platform, like in our organization. because this is the biggest concern. We have tried some different platforms, some different channels where number of customers, like they're complaining. I already complained, like raise complaint over email. I have complained over chat. Can't you just stick with the same complaint? Why do I need to explain the same problem again and again? Because they are already frustrated. So yeah, this thing's a very strong concern. We're trying to sort it out, and we have seen some result. Like we have just started doing things, and yeah, data distribution or the visibility to a complete organization among all the teams, because most of the companies do like some customer information required for marketing team, some require for customer team. So they're being in data silos kind of. So this kind of gap we have find, and then there's a affect marketing of this affect directly basically on marketing, because some the data marketing team gather, they don't disclose with the like customer care team, and some data which customer care team have, they don't disclose with the like product team or the marketing team. So that gap, we basically number, I mean the customers suffer, even the company suffer, even the retention and for the new customer acquisition. So yeah, I totally align. So I guess the what we are trying to build in, and we have seen the results regarding the centralized data platform, where we can have, like we share our data along all the teams where they can utilize it, like even in this particular section, the WhatsApp played a very important role for us. Like in the last 3 months, we utilize it because there's a two-way communication. The customer executive is already aware what we have delivered, what the customers like asking for. So we already have that past information, and where you can utilize and give the personalized resolution to the customer. So yes, I've been in the like past decade, and now there are whole new transitions regarding the customer expectation.
Thanks, Manish. I think I totally agree with you. And different teams working in silos, and there's a gap of communication between different teams. And for sure, the customer is becoming a little impatient because they do not want to mention the query all the time. They do not want to repeat it again and again. And there has to be some sort of platform which can ensure that even if it's a different agent addressing the question, the next agent knows what was the history about.
Right. Everybody want the real time situation
True.
or history, because like even me or you, even not going to explain the same concern again and again. Right. So yeah.
Quicker resolution.
Yeah, see that's very important part which Manish has added in terms of you can't restrict consumer key. Okay, fine, you communicate with me mail or WhatsApp or message, or at what time, how he's comfortable. You cannot dictate also, and that's a very pain point for a consumer when you talk to consumers. Okay, fine. I mean, if I'm changing medium, then again I'll have to explain my all queries again, and even if the call got dropped in between or something, probably some different guy and some different people will pick up that thing, and then again you have to explain complete story. Uh, of course, how technically we are bridging that gap and providing solution for that. That's very important aspect Manish has raised. That's very good.
Thanks, Shankar. And I would like the audience to let us know in the comments if they are facing some similar problems, issues too. And Ram, your thoughts, please, on the same. And like, I know you're making some notes, and I'm sure you have to share.
Yeah, I could relate actually what Manish has tried some solutions, and it worked out. Now that WhatsApp has come into a picture, and it has helped a lot of business terms, right? So what I could see is merely selling online is very different from building a sustainable e-commerce business. So we know, similar to what Shankar was highlighting, consumers, right? They try new digital behaviors, and their expectations always will be there. You can't restrict it, right? That's what Shankar is also experienced, and that's a common point. So the brand loyalty remains always shaky. It's critical from day one to think about how decisions will impact your ability to scale. So companies, the e-commerce, all these companies, right? So they're trying to move fast to launch an e-commerce business or a MVP, the minimum viable product, often makes a short-term decisions to hamper their ability and to scale 6 to 12 months later. That's when I feel it's get hard, and then the right foundation becomes essential, right? So I could see two aspects here. Firstly, the D2C companies often compete with established brands and e-commerce marketplaces that have greater resources, like say brand recognition and customer trust. Standing out in such a competitive landscape, it requires a deep understanding of target audience and their expectations. Definitely, we cannot achieve 100%, but the gradual growth is always needed. Effective marketing strategies, which Manish was highlighting, there is no communication gaps between the. I mean, you should have a sync between two teams, and all right. So that effective marketing strategies is needed, and delivering unique customer experiences. Again, this comes with a lot of experience, like Shankar, such kind of people who has a huge 15 years of experience in contact center or customer CX industry, right? So delivering unique customer experience that resonate with consumers. The second aspect, what I see is very important. Competition will increase, competitors will follow, definitely. So in fact, whoever has the most direct online relationships with your customers is in a position to compete with your brand. So every D2C business are more or less fighting the same battle of managing customer expectations. But customer expectations, though difficult to predict, businesses still can control them if they invest in right technology, put themselves in a customer's shoes. So in the era where we are in more of a digitalization now, so everyone has a mobile handy, and everyone has more the higher end mobile devices. They can communicate, they want to communicate, they want to purchase online. So in this era, when product differentiation is extremely difficult, customer experience driven by modern technologies will only leave a lasting impression. So nothing else.
Thanks, Ram. Speaking of mobile devices, one very interesting insight. I'll share two insights. One is that we are coming to the main topic now, and is that the average documented online cart shopping abandonment rate is around 70% across the globe. And out of the 70%, that number goes up to 83% when the shopping is done on a mobile phone. So, and I'm sure this is used. There might be various reasons, and I'm sure Mr. Shankar, Mr. Manish, you have maybe identified the reasons why people drop. So I want to know, how crucial is the issue of cart abandonment rate? How do you keep this in check, and what are the reasons, and what is the impact of it? So Manish, you want to start, please?
Regarding the cart abandonment, if I say, there are basically some reason I noted down and try to fix it. One, if I start with the ad campaign, where because the biggest channel you can the new customer acquisitions. In ad campaign, we are trying to sort it out with some communication, and you can say the ad campaign communication gap. Like you are showing some offer, but you are not landing that customer to that particular offer. Even that offer is valid, but not visible on that particular page, because sometime coupon missed. Like this information I'm just sharing based on the customer interaction, some research. And we tried to sort it out this thing by the UTMs and mapping that particular landing pages, so they land and that that particular coupon or offer is visible to the customer. So we like drop. I mean, we got some like 5 to 7% increment in this particular thing. So we inbuilt this thing on our website. Another thing, there are cart abandonment. You can't just reduce the 70. You said like 71%, 75% is very basically 70 to 80%. Because of this, the one you are like the basically you are not getting the correct user or the communication gap. The second is each and every user visiting your website not for coming to your like commercial activity. They are for maybe not for e-commerce activity. Maybe they are little bit convinced, they are just want to know about your product or something. So basically the what I have learned in this personal care industry, there's like a 40% customer on your land over website even after the organic traffic or the paid campaign traffic. They are coming to learn about your product, not for coming. Like the 40% traffic is not for the e-commerce traffic. You need to optimize that rest of the 60%. So then you can optimize basically the price comparison, the testimonial, the like if you're like the enough information available on that landing page, or the price is suiting or not. So there are some points you need to list it out. We do A/B testing on different like based on even CTS. Sometimes CTS is not that visible, or sometimes we offer a lot of different offers at that particular page, and customer get confused. Sometimes you are showing ads, and which is like applicable. They are landing on a website instead of app. On app, they are landing on a website, and then they're showing, okay, 5%. You get 5% extra on app, so they are redirect to a website to app. So and then there's a huge drop in that. Like they are struggling with that, and they drop, even not placing order on a website or not even on app. So this is the another thing we have tried to fix it, and we got a result over there. And yeah, I've been, there are other, you can say, communication gap. Even the click to view ratio is still like, no, even you are the fastest website running right now, still you will get like only click to view like 70%, up to 70% you get the click to view, like 100 people clicking on an ad, but only 70 people are landing on our website. So that's also, you need to optimize our website. This is like because 70% of budget you are just dumping if your website is not opening within 6 to 7 seconds. So this is the like biggest concern. We are trying to, like, we are optimizing each and every month. We are trying multiple platform, multiple different technologies. So sorted out this. And yeah, abandoned cart basically, sometimes people just checking, and they want to discuss or explore other product as well. So people don't interact with them like a second time, like they drop in that in initial phase, because that time is a hot user. You if they are dropping, you need to ping them like within a half an hour, or if sometime in half an hour, or sometime in 24 hours. So you need to ping at least 3 to 4 times with different channel. But based on that, if you have that enough information from the user history, so you can convince them. Otherwise it's hard to get, like even 90 days or within a week, we hardly get any user back. So we need that the hot user, like within 24 hours you need to like cater that. If you know which kind of keywords we are targeting, and which kind of ad the customer saw and landed on website, if they are like comparing the price thing or the offer thing, or the product quality, or what how their product is performing. So you need to understand that and utilize it accordingly. So basically you can send the personalized communication for to get that like abundant card. And this is very impactful. If you're not personalizing your communication to each and every, we are just like uh, what I have seen, like in the beginning, when it's not Oziva, I'm talking about the Mamaearth, where I was launching the new brand like Dermaco. That was like very initial. And our like email rate, like we would just utilize all the learning whatever we are using Mamaearth and using Dermaco, and our the email conversion rate is such a poor, like opening rate is 60%. I mean the click opening rate was 60%, and with the help of Netcore we utilize increase it to 99%. So I'm saying, okay, there's a number of sometimes the email where you are I've been sending the channel, the personalization is so much important regarding that. And yeah, the personalization based on the customer history, how they are interacting, what kind of ad they have seen, yeah, what kind of offer they have seen. So yeah, this is all I've been saying.
Thanks, Manish. Shankar, your thoughts?
Yeah. So first, let me answer you how big this problem is. Of course, this problem is big, and I'll give you just one example from a brick and mortar store kind of example, because I've been through all the channels, right from brick and mortar to your online to D2C and all those things. Suppose you convince a customer to get into your store, they took a trolley, purchase all product, and at the billing counter they left a complete trolley, full trolley. So that's completely a direct loss kind of thing. And I think each and every company is very, very, very much bothered about that, because they have already traveled 90% of their destination. For the 10% they're going out. You did everything to bring those customers on their website, adding the product in the cart and all those things, and last. So that's a big and real problem. If you wanted to understand what are the major reason for that problem, and then think about how technology and how technology can solve this problem. So see, primarily that's happened due to the 4 and 5 reason. One reason is, of course, communication is one reason. We'll have to see how sharp and how clear communication we are doing with our consumers. Second, very important part is experience. And again, experience is, I mean, if you divide experience overall from my experience point of view, that's a three kind of experience. One is your website, how smoothly your website is running. Second, how smooth your checkout is, and how quick your delivery is. These are the three main component comes into the experience pocket as far as the website is concerned. How that's moving. The third point, I'll come to the pricing. And the fourth point is competitiveness. So pricing and competitiveness is both are the different thing, completely different thing. If you manage the 3 and 4, 5, 4, 4, 4 bucket, you can really address that problem in a very big way. A lot of people are trying to do that, but manually and through the, I mean, most of the people what I have seen, they have kept a team who is working on around that and coordinating with the different stakeholders and trying to talk to consumers and all those things. But that's a difficult task. You manually you can do certain things only. Manually you can talk to consumers, but you can't cross-check the price competitiveness and the pricing strategy. And I mean, you can do that, but that's very difficult task. So how we are going to do that? That's very, I mean, very different and challenging thing. If any solution is coming, I think probably people will love to have that one place solution which can help those people to get rid of that problem, because that problem is substantial, and that's like the consumer has come to your home, and your shop to buy a product, and after doing everything, they kept that trolley at the billing counter. That's the point.
Thanks, Shankar. I think totally agree to this. And what I have, based on my research while I was preparing for this, I could see some, apart from the reason being competition or the user reason like pricing, there are also reasons which can be a poor experience in the cart, like there can be issues. Pricing is always an issue. People do expect there to be a promo code or some sort of coupon to be there. But apart from that, a poor checkout experience or longer delivery times are also some very common experiences, or the trust factor in terms of the wallets or the payment gateways, which are, I think, some reasons too, which I see being the cause for cart abandonment. Ram,
Yeah,
what are your
true.
thoughts on this?
True.
Right. Prantik, actually, to be honest, we're happy that Manish and Shankar, who are industry experts, so they are the best one who can give us 100% information on the issue of abandoned carts in the D2C industry, because they see it in our day-to-day basis.
True.
What impacts does it have overall sales and revenue side, right? So Shankar, you were saying we have to see what best we can do, what is the solution. So we will figure out a way. If something comes up, you're always welcoming and you'll be ready to implement that, right? So I'll focus on the solution part now that you have given us the problem statement, at least to the best way which we have experienced with our clients. They have implemented. One of the use cases which Manish has given will also be covered from my side. I'll focus on the solution part, that is how to keep cart abandonment in check. So what I could see when like Prantik was doing a research, we were discussing on this webinar topic, right? So we see every 10 customers who add an item into their shopping cart, 7 of them leave without completing the purchase. To be honest, I have a mobile, I keep them into my wish list or a cart, but I don't purchase. To be honest, that's what I do. But I have a different thought process. I wanted to buy it later, or due to my lack of time, or my mind may change in a due course, all that. So every customer thought process will vary depending on the usage. So e-commerce stores lose their business, which Shankar was highlighting, if they leave the trolley, filled in trolley at the counter, that is really a revenue loss, right? And if we see that annually, because of the card abandonment, that's pure loss. So blame it on a wasteful window shopping like me, or lack of purchase intent. Again, it's my kind of a thought process. Abandonment definitely will happen. It is something beyond our control. But if there is a friction in buying a process, that is something we have to prevent. That will stall the purchase, right? So if we can help them in that stage, or during the exit stage or a purchasing stage, I think we can at least prevent this to 60 to 70%. Remaining, definitely, like I said, that will definitely happen without our control. Then one of the points which I could see is offer the consumers a live chat support, right? Which Manish was highlighting, personalized communications. So when a customer have a complaint or a question, they want a resolution immediately. So live chat support allows them to have a query answered promptly, thereby assuring any concern they might have, or that would preclude a purchase, isn't it? So that something, remember that live chat implies a near instantaneous responses. So don't offer this feature unless you can deliver. So the data shows that the first response time, FRT people, so when people come to our solution, right, the omni-channel experience, the very first point in the metrics, when we provide the live dashboards, live reports, the voice channel or a chat data, the very first metric they ask is about FRT, first resolution time or response time. So on a chat tool, if we can provide FRT, that must be under 1 minute. Then outside business hours, during non-office hours and all, you can have a chatbot take over, however, gives customers the option to request for a call back or a connect to our real human if their issue remains unresolved. This is something which triggered my mind as one of the key important metric. The second thing is to offer personalized follow-up, which Manish has been highlighting. The communication on WhatsApp, he mentioned. What I feel from a omni-channel experience or application perspective, you can touch base the client in various channels. So this I personally experienced for my purchasing place. I get an email notifications. I also get a WhatsApp notifications that hey Ram, how this item has been left over. Would you like to reconnect? So this is something which you have to boost or remind them. Maybe they are very busy day-to-day lives. So you can give them a personalized follow-up communication via IVR. There is people call it as robocalling, IVR outbound calls, or SMS. You can send notifications either through SMS or WhatsApp. So mostly people now are showing interest with WhatsApp. So an abandoned cart communication campaign should include a friendly nudge. That's what I feel, reminding customers about their cart and adding a sense of urgency if their selected products are going out of stock. Let us say if there are first-time visitors, right? You can offer an incentive or a discount code or convey them the same content, like in different channels, SMS, IVR, or WhatsApp. So definitely voice channel, maybe if you feel there is no 100% result in answering the calls, WhatsApp is always a best practice. Let's say if they are not ready to purchase, use cart recovery communication also, again through SMS, WhatsApp, to invite them to sign up for your newsletters, to receive offers, or to see most recent products, right? So cart abandonment is something preventable to some degree or some level. Optimizing your website, providing an easy to navigate shopping experience. So I also feel if you have a e-commerce website and a mobile app, I sometimes also feel the view from the web panel or a web page and the mobile view, it should almost be similar, so that I feel comfortable in navigating to the pages or to the items which I can search for, right?
Agree. I mean, uniformity is like so much important. Sorry to interrupt, but I agree, totally aligned with this. Like sometimes customer feel lost. Like they are okay, CTA to yahan pe tha, offer was there, something like that.
So the navigation is something, honestly, most of us, right? Now you can go back and check your mobiles. I don't see the app names, but by seeing the color codes, by seeing the size of the app, I navigate to the next screen and go and click on it. I know the financial widgets are in screen one, and my business related on the enjoying apps are in some page. So easy to navigate. So we don't try to read or search based on the keywords. It's all about colors and navigations, easy to place the icons either on the mobile app or on the web page. So in some cases you cannot recover abandoned carts. Examine your conversion funnels also to distinguish between window shoppers, those who abandoned before initiating the checkout flow, and the customers with purchase intent who drop off due to friction on your website. So one way to do this is to run a post abandonment survey on WhatsApp. Now, on WhatsApp also we have a radio buttons or easy to click on a button and give answers. You don't have to reply typical messages. So
Yeah,
this
I would add one thing over it. Sorry. I agree. The friction you're talking about on checkout page, some people like most of the website to reduce the RTO. We offer the prepaid like 5%, 10% extra if you are paying online, and on COD to reduce the COD. So number of customer due to the transaction or payment gateway failures or payment failures, the customer tried multiple times to make payment to get that 5% extra discount. And that time the customer tried once, twice, thrice, and then we are definitely going to lose that customer because they know like they get 5% or 10% extra that particular order, but they are not able to make payment on that particular gateway or something. Like we lose the customer, we lose the trust, like they are not providing. So yeah, this is been very crucial thing, and we fix it with the two different gateways like Go Quick and the Razorpay. So we fix it, and we got very impactful results regarding this, like reducing the abandoned cart.
Yeah, perfect. So this way we can get input from the customer and segregate them further a qualified, semi-qualified or disqualified, and accordingly run the campaigns or pull the plugin and then do a follow-ups. So that's the best practice to somewhere we have to go and communicate. So ideally we're all living in this era of communication. So either digitally or a voice or through messages.
Yeah, so Ram, a couple of points I'll just write. Of course, we are living in the era of communication, but that most of the communication is one-sided. We'll have to create a two-sided communication. The first thing is that. Second, there are some hygiene problem and hygiene challenge with this D2C industry that will get solved with the time only. Nobody has a shortcut, and the reason is that if you wanted to sort out many hygiene problem in the company, then you have to scale up your revenue, so that you can afford a horizontal line, not only vertical line. As of now, most of the people only invest in the vertical line. They don't invest in the horizontal line. Some of the people have grown in such a way, like Mamaearth has grown in such a way that they can afford. Now they are putting all those structure and everything to create hygiene and to create all those things. But having to say that some of the typical hygiene challenge will get solved in the coming time as they grow and able to invest more into technology and more into the people, and more into the horizontal team, not only the vertical team. I mean to say is that as of now, they only invest in the business team, they don't invest in strategy team. So these are the challenges. I mean, of course, it's already a 8 to 10-year-old industry in India. Some people are 300, 100, 200 bucket, 200, 300 bucket. If you cross 700 to 800 bucket, then you can address this hygiene problem more seriously with the kind of skill set and the technology. But many kind of this communication problem, and then many hygiene problem, small hygiene problem, and can be solved through the technology. Can be solved through the technology. That's very low hanging fruit. Only the thing is that people should be, I mean, aware that okay, fine, that kind of technology is available, and if they understand, okay, of course, this is a pain point. So if two things is coming into the play, then that can be, the journey is very, very easy.
I think it's like a horses for courses kind of thing. I mean, Ram mentioned few solutions like a WhatsApp notification, IVR, or the best would be we have all, I think most of us have received a phone call when you leave a cart and you receive a phone call from a company asking you why didn't you go ahead with the purchase. We'd like to offer you an additional discount, 5% extra, 10% is a coupon if you make the purchase within the next 30 minutes. But again, it depends on totally on the size of the company. A company need to be big enough or to afford an agent calling. Or as well as smaller D2Cs who are just starting, they can use technology to just have an idea where they don't really need someone to make the call. And I think the best part about something like robocalls or IVRs, you can also record if they, let's say, press one if you want to go ahead with the purchase, press 2 or press 3, you are just, it can be same with WhatsApp, right? Ram was saying, like you have these buttons to click the survey. I think these will help get us more info about the cause of why they were coming to a system and why they did not make a purchase. And I'm sure the cloud contact center is such a big CCaaS that we are in is such a big scope in itself. It's not just IVRs, but it's also bots and WhatsApps, and you have your entire contact center, live agents calling. So it's about picking the right solution based on the size of the company, based on the number of resources that you have, and definitely that's the way ahead. Moving ahead, I think.
And one thing, just I add one more point. Even when the base benefit is that once you start adopting technology, and if that technology adaptation is very large into the industry, then through that technology you can solve many problems. You can solve problem at the origin. For example, see the Gopi. They try to solve the problem of RTO. Since most of the people have started solving that RTO problem, now they have a huge database, huge insight. So and this is not a less important problem. This is equally important problem. I think it's more important problem than the RTO and all those things. So having a technology in information, then you can get a lot of insight, churn out insight, and then again you can work on the insight to solve that at the origin level. Probably you suggest, for example, I mean, this customer is in such a way, I mean, behavior of particular customer, a particular set of customer is such a way, that you don't have to invest anything. Agar wo beech mein chhod ke chale gaye, let it be. You don't have to touch those people. Okay, fine. This set of customer, why they have left? Because if I track behavior of that particular customer across the platform, across the industry, or across the company, is very, very positive. So if those people are living in between and going, then that's a bigger concern. So you can I mean, divide the concern. I mean, this complete pool in a different bucket in terms of how seriously we should target those people and how much we should actually invest on those people in terms of coming back and buying stuff from our website. Yeah.
Which is exactly our next question, and we also have a Q&A from one of the questions from our audience based on this is, how do you ensure that your buyers stay loyal to your brand, and how important is something like a personalized service to ensure that the loyalty persists?
What can you?
How do you ensure that your buyers stay loyal to your brand, and how important do you think something like a personalized service is important in ensuring that your buyers are loyal? We're talking about loyalty, and I think that's the most common topic for brands. And how do you ensure that the customer persists with us?
See, I already spent more than 15 years into the industry, and in that 15 years, probably I have interacted with all across top company in this country. Much more time is spent with the all consumer insight team of this, like you take HUL and PNG and whatever, right from the category heads to brand heads. This brand loyalty is very, very subjective, and that cannot be built in a day or two. That's very difficult. Of course, I mean, certain amount of loyalty journey you can start, but creating a loyal pool of customer is very, very difficult at that short period of time. Communication, I don't think help you to build the brand loyalty. Engagement, of course. I don't believe communication will, because see, nowadays you are flooded with the communication. Yeah. I mean, I don't see my message. Some point in time, 5 to 10 years back, I used to see my message. Today I don't see message. Even on WhatsApp also, WhatsApp is flooded with all notifications.
True.
A lot of notification every day you are getting. So probably tomorrow we'll stop seeing the seeing the WhatsApp also. Mail has become the same thing. So only communication is not going to help you to build the brand loyalty. Of course, engagement is, and how you're going to engage with the consumer, that depends what kind of target segment you are and all those factors. I hope I answered that question.
Yeah, Manish, your thoughts?
On this, I totally agree with Shankar. It's not a one-day thing. It's a very long journey. We can start with different way, because you are catering acquiring new customer by offering discounts, and if they are getting discount somewhere else, they will not a second thought.
Yeah, true, very true, very true.
Your first parameter is offer or discount, so definitely they are not loyal. It's not going to happen in one day, or even month or a year. It will take a long time. And the engagement, Shankar very specifically said, engagement, and not about personalized engagement, and the concern, whatever the concern customer facing, resolution for those things. Because these, if you're not engaging or resolving that problem, customer not going to repeat, even for whatever, if even the product is treating or resolving their problem, they're not going to repeat again, because your service is poor. So
Yeah, true.
So,
and see, I'll give you very, very typical example, and most of the people will relate that. Almost 4.5 years back, in shampoo category and hair care category, each and every people have started running buy one get one. You go buy Dove, it started by Head and Shoulder. Each and every brand, you name the brand, top brand of this country, they were selling buy one get one. L'Oreal was a brand which is not selling the buy one get one shampoo. That's total fact. That's very, very internationally famous product. And they didn't even lost 1% market share in the entire industry. That's called brand loyalty. So L'Oreal Total Care, if you go and see that's a top selling product and brand in the hair category in this country, and globally also, they didn't lost a single % market share in this country. They refused to give discount, that much deeper discount. They were running the regular discount, like 50 rupees, 60 rupees. Other than that, entire category was selling in buy one get one. You go Dove, you go Tresemme, you go Head and Shoulder, you name any brand. That's called a brand loyalty for me. So I mean, reaching at that level is not that much. And the D2C industry is almost 5 to 6, 7 years old. And you name any D2C industry, they are highly banking on the discounting. You name any brand, any top brand who are saying, okay, fine, we have become very big. They're selling buy one get one. So buy one get one is not a brand from me. If you ask my opinion, buy one get one is not a brand. You are selling price. You're not selling brand.
Right.
Yeah.
Even even on the Paytm, GPay, the Paytm acquire very. After the demonetization, they acquire customer very aggressively.
Yeah.
And they stop giving the cashback.
Yeah.
They lose the customer. So it's
very classic case. Very classic case. Very right.
So and totally agree. The buy one get one. The customer aggressively acquire customer within 2-3 days sale. And then then pushing mails, SMS, and different, and then trying to repeat. But yes, the game, there's a zero kind of loyalty. So the product quality and the resolution of problem by the communication, by the engagement, these two things you can say they can stick with over the period of time. It will not a one-day game.
While we have sort of answered the first part of the question by Mr. Sanjay Kumar, which is about brand loyalty, his question I'll repeat is, with 60% of space in retail or e-com being filled by products which are less than 7-year-old and from brand new companies, how do you pull customer loyalty without giving offers or burning money? So this is what we were discussing, but we didn't really answer how do we. It's I think the same thing. It's about the product. It's about how you ensure the customer's service is top notch. Your customer has some sort of query, you answer it within as fast as you can. And I'm sure the experts can add more to this, but I think it's about the product always wins. The product is the best thing. It's not about a pricing game. It's about the quality of the product. It is about how you ensure that your customer is getting what he wants, like the value for his money, be it in terms of customer service or again, I'm repeating myself. I think it boils down to the product, right? And how you ensure that the messaging to the product is right and they get what is being displayed in ads. If you are showing something, it means the ad has to be in line with the product too.
Yeah,
I mean, you can.
yes, Prantik, totally. As I said, I've been based on my not that much long experience, but yeah, like based on 7-8 year experience in that particular industry. Quality of product, because we are experimenting, we are trying, like we need to use shampoo, moisturizer, cleanser, anything else. We are trying for the first sale. You are trying. You are trying a new brand, or you can say I've been second time, and that particular experience. Okay, how you are resolving the concern and the quality. What like I intended, I bought shampoo, and like my concern was like dandruff or something else. So whatever they're committing over ads or on the website, if they are resolving the problem, I'm going to purchase again. If not, definitely I'm not going to purchase it. I have like n number of, every day there is a new brand for that particular product. So I definitely try it out something else, where like some of my relative or my friends or family refer, okay, yeah, this work out for me. I go and check out with that, because you are purchasing any product to resolving a concern or like satisfy or like whatever expectation. So I still stick with the engagement, resolving the concern, and the quality of the product.
Thanks, Manish. While we have discussed about an overwhelming amount of communication that we get from brands, one thing next is when a report is founded with strong omnichannel customer engagement strategies, brands are more likely to retain more on an average 89% of the customers as compared to 33% when brands don't engage in an omnichannel strategy. So Ram, what do you think? I mean, this is based on your experience with implementation of D2C companies. What do you think are the most frequent challenges that D2C companies face in terms of implementing an omnichannel strategy?
Yeah, I think I was on mute, sorry.
Yeah.
So implementing an omnichannel strategy can pose various challenges for D2C companies. Some of them which I could recollect or which I could observe in the market. Siloed systems on data. I think one of the points the speakers was highlighting, the data is not being transparent within the teams, right? These D2C companies often face this challenge of having disparate systems and data sources that are not well integrated. Everyone has the data. Everyone feels like I'm doing my job best. But how do we make sure this is being discussed within the teams and the data is being transparent? This can result in inconsistencies and gaps in customer information across the channels. If there is no customer information, you cannot communicate. Again, you will have to ask the repeated questions. So making it difficult to provide a seamless omni-channel experience. So to overcome this channel, companies should invest in integrating their own internal applications, such as e-commerce platforms, CRM applications, and communication as a service, CCaaS systems, solutions. Right? This integration enables the sharing of customer data and interaction history across the channels and ensuring a unified view. So typically people ask, right, like I want a 360-degree view so that agent will have a right information as soon as the incoming call comes in, or when I am doing an outgoing call, I want a complete view in one page. So that 360-degree view is something needed of the customer so that agent will take care from there, right? So this is one. And the second option or second point I could say is lack of customer journey mapping. So let's say when there is a call and what is that navigation he is doing, and understanding the customer journey across the channel is also essential for implementing the effective omni-channel strategy. So D2C companies may face challenge in mapping out the journey and identifying touch points where customers switch the channels. Suppose I saw on a website, I saw some data. Again, I came on a mobile app while I was on a journey. Then I did some research on my mobile app applications. So he's switching from channel 1 to channel 2. Maybe I'm doing a communication or a chat on a live chat support. Then I texted on a WhatsApp. So to overcome this, right, companies should invest in the journey mapping exercise to gain insights into customer behavior. And then what is his preference, right? This helps in designing a personalized and consistent experience at each touch point, maybe say voice, maybe say chat, ensuring a smooth transition between channels. So wherever the journey is, ultimately the business, the organization should know where did he start and where did he end. So what about the infrastructure? Adopting the strategy, omni-channel strategy, from the time the marketing happens on the new feature, then it goes to the right email notifications, or then connecting to the live agent, like Shankar was saying, the two-way communications, right? The human agent is connecting. So it requires a robust technology infrastructure to support seamless integration and data sharing across the channels. So they may also face challenges in upgrading their existing systems or implementation to the new technology to support the operations, but still they can overcome this challenge. Companies should carefully evaluate their technology needs and invest in a scalable. So you can start with 5 agents, or you can start with basic notifications. So you use one feature at a time, and then you try to connect the dots, right? And be a flexible, provide a flexible solution that can support their omni-channel requirements. So nowadays the CCaaS applications provide the platforms as a service and APIs, right, that can help facilitate integrations. I could, for this use case, right, I could recollect what Manish has highlighted very beginning, when they had a abandoned list in the cart, right? So they used to automate this or send the notifications. So as soon as you see an abandoned cart, right, so you use an API to pull that customer number who has done such activity, send him a notification or send him a voice call and communicate with them. So facilitate that integration and enable efficient data sharing between the systems. So this should help, by using a right technology, it should help the right strategies for the D2C companies to avoid the challenge. And you should also, lastly, I wanted to close this point saying optimizing the performance. You should also measure the effectiveness of a strategy what you are utilizing. Maybe the technology, what I said, you should effectively use the omni-channel strategy and optimize the performance. That can be challenging for D2C companies. It may be difficult to track and attribute the customer interactions and purchases across the channels accurately. To overcome this, the company should establish a key performance indicators. What are the KPIs that align with their omni-channel goals? So if you start from beginning with feature by feature, then you can end with all the channels and identifying for each channel what is the KPI, what is the metric. That can include the metrics like customer satisfaction, NPS score, right? Customer lifetime value, which Manish was highlighting, and channel specific metrics. In between, like Shankar was saying, we should have our two-way communications. Ideally, we all expect, I don't want to listen to IVR with a standard when I'm in hurry of purchasing or when I'm interested to buy and I'm stuck there. I don't want to listen a robocall. I want to listen for a notifications, which is okay, but I want to communicate with someone. You give them a button to click to call, right? So they can easily communicate, or click to message. Immediately, instantly, you can provide them this kind of tools to communicate or engage, right? The companies can monitor all these performances. right? Identify the bottlenecks and make the data-driven optimizations to improve their omni-channel strategy.
Thanks, Ram. I think one important point we didn't discuss today was also identifying the right ICP. I mean, the demographics aspect also matter. If your user of your brand is a 20-year-old or if he's a 50-plus-year-old, so there are different ways to engage with the age groups, and there are certainly different strategies that we have to implement in both cases. Maybe a user might be more, or 20-year-old might be more hands-on with something like an app or WhatsApp as compared to a user from a different age group. And I think these are, like Ram correctly mentioned, mapping the customer journey is very essential. Coming to which, I think we are to the final question here in a way. What would you suggest to a new entrant in the D2C space? Like what would be your advice be from based on your learnings and experience? Like a quick closing note.
Yeah. So if you ask my opinion on that part, there are certain moves should be strategical, not ad hoc. No, the D2C, especially folks should understand that part. Each and everything is not ad hoc. Something is strategically planned, and that giving omni-channel experience and solving a centralized problem like abandoned cart or RTO, whatever. There are certain moves should be strategical, and why I'm saying so strategical, because that cannot happen into ad hoc way. Okay, fine, today I'm doing this, tomorrow I'm doing this. The reason why I'm saying, one of the point your team has also highlighted, in most of the places where you go, the different systems and the different processes is not talking to each other. And you leave the case of this small company, a D2C company. I'll tell you my experience when I was walking into the omnichannel strategy in Landmark Group. Almost we had 1,000 stores, almost 12,000, 14,000 kind of crore of turnover. And we were doing this pilot project. And then all of a sudden we understand that our small systems are not working with each other. For example, if I have to upload my pricing strategy for a brick and mortar store, there is a different portal. There for my online this website, there's a different thing. For my app, it's a different thing. And then there is a time lag and the team lag, time lag, and then the consumer query. That's a hell lot of problem. And that problem solution is not easy. You can't change your entire Oracle in a one day. And I mean, that's very, that's what I'm saying. Okay, there are certain things I request those people and I advocate those people. I mean, in multiple times when I meet those people, there are certain things should be planned, strategically planned. Okay, fine. These are the problem which is bound to come. These are the abandoned car problem or your audio problem is bound to come. There is no any company in this country which is living without this problem. Whether that problem is big or small for those people, that's a subject matter we can discuss and debate. But that problem is bound to come. And having a strategical approach only can help you to solve it. You cannot solve this problem with ad hoc approach. ठीक है भाई, दो बंदे को बैठा दिया पे, just put 2-3 people and start calling those people. These are the things which can't help you to get out of this problem.
Thanks, Shankar. I totally agree. Manish?
Yeah, I'm aligned with Shankar regarding on this. I've been Ram mentioned regarding the communication and like we there is not a perfect recipe for anything. I've been for different products have different consumer base, different personas, different customer segmentation. So as Shankar mentioned, like we should start with certain learnings. Okay, if we starting like for the 6 month, we are learning this and like come up with certain strategy for 6 months. And over the period of time, Prantik love to interact with the WhatsApp. Okay, he have a good conversion or click rate, open rate via WhatsApp. I am like going to segregate Prantik in a one category. Ram love to respond over the SMS over the call. So I segregate in the second category. I like to over the mail or SMS or the call or in the same in the similar different way as Shankar. So customer segmentation and the communication, this is like very important thing if we want to. One problem going to resolve by this way, like we are not going to bombard all the customer like har jagah. Okay? So because this is the biggest concern, like I like that's how like your brand or the get spammed because of the like number of email are segregated, or on WhatsApp they are very much active if you're spamming on the WhatsApp, because WhatsApp right now not a sales channel. Okay, you just start the communicating, build the relationship, and then how, so you need to convince customer first. Okay, like I have started WhatsApp, like we are just giving updates over WhatsApp, and then the like just like over the 1 month or 2 month kind of relationship with the customers. Okay, now we are taking, okay, now we are offering like small offers or abundant cart kind of mail. So you need to like make a balance, not like too much sales on the email or WhatsApp. I've been WhatsApp right now like very good kind of sales channel, but you need to build it over the period of time. And each and every for each and every product or service, there is a different customer base, different demographic and age. So you need to have a different kind of customer segmentation, and for the communication as well, even you need to optimize your website, app, or the service based on that if you want, like, because this all the concern we are discussing right now, these are very much common for like if you are like $1 billion $1 trillion company, you are facing all the kind of all kind of such problems. But this the basically what how frequent they are, how you are resolving that based on the customer base. So you need to segregate your customer base and optimize according to like available resources. So that's how we can do it. Like this is how I want to summarize this thing.
Yeah, very true. And see, I mean, one of the reason why I said that okay, this is a very strategical solution we want. Uh, it's very small thing. If you talk in any people, I mean, any company, big or small, most of the people will say, yeah, we have this data, this data, this data. If you ask, do you have a capability to process that data? You'll find answer very few. You may have a data in your server, but do you have a capability? I mean, last month I was just going through this one of the interview with this Blinkit founder, and he honestly admitted that as of now we do not have any insights because we don't have a capability to process data. Of course, we have a data, but to process the data, you need a very structured infrastructure. Either you build internally or you hire from outside. That's very capital intensive. That cannot be happening overnight with the 1 and 2 CR kind of thing. And that's why I told you, I mean, there are certain things and there are certain areas which require a very strategical thought process, permutation and combination of what is the benefit in the long term and short term, and then getting inside and then working on that insight to help the consumer happiness or her consumer delight, and that will start adding into the brand loyalty, gradually building platform for a brand loyalty, and all those things. So that's my point.
Thanks. I do. Thanks, Ankur. Thanks, Manish. So, Ram, your final thoughts on the same?
Yeah, so rightly mentioned the expertise on this D2C industry. So from my perspective, I see there are two things which new or upcoming D2C brands must focus on. One is prioritize the customer experience, the engagement which Shankar was highlighting, right? So customer experience is paramount in the D2C industry. Design the journey, the customer entire journey, with a focus on delivering a seamless, convenient, and personalized experience. So do the touch points wherever the journey starts, either from the website, when then you are missing that lead, you try to call them back or send a message. So from the first point of contact to post purchase support, prioritize the responsiveness, be a transparency, and exceptional service. So this also answers one of the questions which our audience asked: how do we build the loyalty? So as long as we are providing the exceptional service, right? So definitely it'll take some time, but you are building your brand. Utilize the technology and data to understand the customer needs, anticipate their needs, and continuously improve the customer experience based on the feedback and insights. The second thing is, like Shankar was highlighting, which I could relate, data-driven decision making. So you have the data, do the insights, leverage the data analytics to make informed business decisions, collect and analyze the data, relevant data. So there are huge number of data you'll be gathering from Google AdWords or social medias, right? Such as you have to analyze the data such as customer behavior, sales trends, and do a marketing performance. Use this data to identify the opportunities, optimize your strategies, and improve the operational efficiency. So make data-driven decisions that align with your goals and ensure that your marketing, product development, and customer support efforts, if all these efforts are guided by actionable insights. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Ram. So we started off with a question today, like how to reduce card abandonment rate. And while we might not have a definite answer as of now, because there are so many different ways, means, or reasons why cards are getting abandoned, be it across industries. And with rising competition, it can be a price factor, it can be a product factor, it can be just casual shopping. But we certainly, thanks to our panelists, we really got some key insights on how to tackle this in a way, how to effectively find means to re-engage with our customers. So in order to get them back, in order to win them back, how to win loyalty. And I would like to thank all the panelists here for a very exciting discussion today. And it was really insightful. And it was great to hear from all your years of experience, Mr. Shankar, Mr. Manish, and Ram. Thanks for joining me here today. And I'd like to thank the audience too for staying with us till now. And once again, thanks a lot for joining us today. It was a great discussion.
Thanks, Prantik. Thanks, Manish.
Thanks.
So on
thanks,
that note, yes, Prantik, Ekta is still here. So on that note, I would like to thank you all for making this webinar insightful. Thank you all as speakers for really taking out your time and sharing your thoughts, not missing the audience. Thank you for taking out your time on Friday evening and making this interesting. Thank you, our partner Ozontel, for associating with us yet again. And of course, the session's video will be shared with all the audience, where we'll be reaching out to you for reconnecting with Ozontel for one-on-one brainstorm session for an introductory call about their interesting solution when it comes D2C. So till then, you take care of yourself, everyone. Stay safe and have a lovely evening and lovely weekend ahead, guys. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank all. Thanks.
you so much, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.